much for joining us. This is the Children's News, and to present, my name is Mudasana. We take a look at the stories making headlines. Children express happiness with the school feeding program in Monze. World Vision Zambia hands over a maternity annex at Nakamboma Rural Health Center in Namwala district. World Vision Zambia condemns parents who conceal child protection issues. Children in remote areas of Monze district benefit from World Vision Zambia Reading for Education and Development Z-Read technical program. Children in Pemba district celebrate Financial Literacy Week. And now the news in detail. In collaboration with the Zambian government and other stakeholders, World Vision Zambia is implementing the school feeding program in 22 schools in Magoye district. In an interview, World Vision Zambia Chongo Magoye Area Program Manager Ms. Savoy Simasiku said the feeding program has helped to return children to school. Let's take a look at the report from our young journalist, Melan.
World Vision firstly joined together with the government and other organizations to do a rapid assessment so that we could be able to tell the effects and impact of this crisis. So after doing that assessment, World Vision was able to come up with a school feeding programs in all the schools of Magoye, and these are 22 schools which we are working with. So the children were being fed daily with a healthy nutrition porridge called HEPS. So over 16,000 children in these schools were being fed, and as a result, we saw that children were able to be retained in school, and also children were able to perform well. Even the nutrition status of children was also improved.
What long-term strategies does World Vision have in place to build resiliency and future food crises in Chongo and Magoye?
So for the long-term measures which we have as World Vision to build resilience is that, as I said, we have trained local structures, and these are more of disaster risk management structures. So these committees are able to retrain other members in the community. We have lead farmers also have trained in different smart agriculture farming methodologies so that they are able to implement even when there is a drought or when there is flood. They know what types of crops to be able to plant so that they mitigate that disaster. Another long-term intervention which we have done as World Vision, I spoke about the savings group. So we have trained who we call community saving agents. These are the ones who are going village to village, ensuring that most of the members are saving money for a better tomorrow.
We will now move to Mbia to hear from a teacher on how the feeding program is helping the learners.
Absenteeism is history now. So learners, they come to school every day, and even participating in class is overwhelming because the learners, they are fed, they are, some time back they were hungry. You find that you are teaching learners who are hungry, more especially in grade 1, you find that you give them work to do, they will start crying. Why are you crying? I'm hungry, we didn't eat last night. So from the time we started this program, learners do not abscond. They are always there unless she or he is sick. Even in the performance, because we started last year, term 3's performance, it was overwhelming.
World Vision Zambia has handed over a maternity annex at Nakamboma Rural Health Center to provide proper health support for expectant mothers in the community. Nakamboma nurse in charge says the new maternity wing will help the facility overcome challenges that have been faced in the past. Let's take a look at this report by Joe, our young journalist.
In order to help expectant mothers, World Vision Zambia partnered with government to put up a maternity annex at Nakamboma Rural Health Center. And we are here to speak to the in-charge and other beneficiaries. How was the situation before this maternity annex was built for the expectant mothers?
The situation was quite difficult for expectant mothers in the sense that the area where we used to operate from was very small. Privacy was another issue because the area actually was just next to the curative area.
What challenges did the health facility face in providing this maternal care?
The area where we actually used to provide these services was very small. So even in terms of labor ward, you find the labor room was very small, and in the same labor room, that's why we used to have equipment for that we used to deliver our mothers. So it was quite hard for us to run around small spaces and to provide these quality services to our mothers.
How does this maternity annex help the mothers and the babies help?
It actually helps them a lot in the sense that they've got a sense of belonging to say actually this government cares for them, like them seeing this new facility and the running water and everything. So they're actually flocking numbers. We're having a lot of numbers than we had. So we are actually urging our cooperating partners to continue working with the government so that they can actually build more of these facilities, especially in rural areas, so that we can continue having an increase in the number of people that we see.
And World Vision Zambia Health and Nutrition Technical Program Manager, Ms. Malelo Ilukena, says World Vision's goal is to reach 1.5 million children in the organization's operational areas.
What inspired World Vision to support this construction of a maternity annex?
So our goal is to ensure that we reach out to 1.5 million children in the communities that we work. We save lives. We ensure that mothers, pregnant mothers, deliver at the health facility by a skilled health personnel, and also ensure that children are safe. So what inspired us to actually come and build a maternity annex here, because we know that there is a high maternal mortality out there, and also neonatal mortality. Mostly to say that because health facilities are far from where the communities are.
How is this project in line with your mission in supporting children's health in Namwala?
Thank you. I want to actually recognize that World Vision was able to build this facility through the help of the Phillips family that supported World Vision to build this facility. So it is contributing to our mission, because our mission is to ensure, our mission and vision is to ensure that children have life to its fullness. So when a child is born in a clean environment, we know that that child is going to survive. We know that the mother is going to survive because they are skilled personnel. So it directly actually contributes to our mission and vision.
How does the community contribute to this?
So if you see this infrastructure, one, it was built, I think, by the government. What was lacking is the maternity annex, and of course the mother's shelter, where mothers will come and sleep. So the communities were there to, give even support, bringing in the raw materials that were used to actually build the infrastructure, because we wanted the community to own this maternity annex. Well, our hope is that we will reduce the maternal deaths and indeed neonatal mortality. When you have such an infrastructure, working together with government were able to even actually send more staff, because now there's a full-fledged maternity annex. And I'm glad and happy that you young journalists are able, to do this and capture the impact of what is happening in these communities. I thank the Ministry of Health also for, the partnership that we have together.
You are still watching the Children's News. We take a short break and we have child protection news coming up.
Every child deserves to feel safe, to be protected, to dream without fear. But too many children face violence, abuse, and exploitation every single day. At World Vision, we believe protecting children is everyone's responsibility. Together, we strengthen families, empower communities, and give children a voice. Join us. Let's build a world where every child is protected, loved, and free to thrive.
Welcome back. March was a dark month for children countrywide, as we had an alarming number of child sexual abuse cases in the country. Organizations such as World Vision Zambia have condemned guardians who conceal child protection issues. Speaking in an interview, World Vision Zambia Child Sponsorship Development Facilitator Mr. Victor Sakala said the concealment of child protection issues has been a major challenge that World Vision Zambia and other stakeholders have been facing. Mr. Sakala said World Vision is working with faith and traditional leaders to ensure that child protection issues are reported.
What are the main child protection challenges identified in this region as World Vision?
Great. Okay, so in this part of the world where we're working, of course we've got a number of child protection cases, or rather a number of child protection challenges that we face. So one of the challenges has to do with the concealment of child protection cases. So what do I mean? Many a times that a child protection incident happens in the community, and because of economical challenges that our people are facing currently, these are concealed by the parents. These are concealed by the perpetrators in exchange for material gain. So as such, you find that this child protection case happens here, but it's never reported. And so we are losing that fight in that area. So our appeal as an organization, of course, working with different corporate partners, is to ensure that we report these child protection cases. We work with the faith leaders, the traditional leaders, and other partners to ensure that we work together through sensitization and a number of activities to ensure that we report child protection cases whenever they happen.
Also, how does World Vision support local authorities in enforcing the Children's Code Act and other child protection laws?
Great. So I think before I respond, it would be good to look at the background where we are coming from. Okay. So many a times that one of the challenges we faced as an organization was that we did not have a clear policy that defined who a child was. Okay, so it was very difficult to handle some of these child protection cases whenever they are referred to the local authorities. And so because of the advocacy that you young people played through Young Journalism Club, okay, different partners played, of course, we thank the government of the day because now we have the Children's Code Act that was enacted, of course, in 2022. And so now we have a legal definition of who a child is and the penalties that are ascribed to child protection incidences that happen out there in the community. So now, getting back to the question now to say, how are we working with the different local authorities? So like I mentioned earlier, we do not work in isolation. We work with the different partners, and these include different line ministries that fight against child marriages. And so for us, our major role is to build capacity in them to be able to understand the content of the Children's Code Act and how these can be used out there in the community to ensure that each child that we save in these communities is protected.
Lower grade learners from various schools of Monza district have benefited from World Vision Zambia's Reading for Development program. Moses Kamangala said the program supplements the primary literacy program, which is being implemented by the government.
Yeah, so ZREAD is an educational program under World Vision that supplements the primary literacy program, which is being implemented by the Ministry of Education. So the focus for ZREAD is to promote literacy levels.
So how does this program benefit the learners while at home, away from school setups?
Yeah, so as you may be aware, these lower grades learners, they spend very little time at school. You find that. So now, instead of them just doing other activities that do not support their learning, that's why we have decided to bring these activities in the community so that they can support their. Actually, the idea is just to cultivate a reading habit. So that children should not only read at school, but even when they are in communities, at home they are able to read.
So what would be your advice to the parents and children who may have shone away from being part of the program?
Yeah, so my advice is when you look at these programs that we have introduced at community level, those programs are not for World Vision. World Vision is just coming in to support. So parents should take in interest, because at the end of the day, these children that we are trying to support, they are children. For me to be where I am today, it's because where I came from, my parents supported me. The people from surrounding in our community, they were able to support me. That's why I'm even here being able to talk to you like this. Otherwise, parents, they have a big role to play.
Learning how to save helps people plan for the things needed and dream about the things we want. But we need to note that saving is not just for grown-ups. Children can be smart savers too. As we dive into the world of children's savings, where every coin counts and every little effort makes a big difference, this year's Financial Literacy Week saw children in Pemba districts celebrate the week by sharing insights of the importance of saving. We take a look.
Financial literacy is very important to young people as it allows them to acquire knowledge and skills on how they shall be handling their finances effectively. It also allows them to be making smart decisions and effective decisions on how they shall be handling their finances.
This year's theme, Think Before You Follow and Safeguard Your Money, is that according to Think Before You Follow, you should not follow the majority on what they do, on what they use their money for. Like, people would want to live luxurious life and buy luxurious things and safeguard your money. These days there are scammers, hackers, so you are not supposed to disclose your information, your bank information and other things to people you don't know, or even your children, because they might steal your money.
We have now come to the end of the news, but before we go, let us take a look at the headlines once again. Children express happiness with the school feeding program in Monze. World Vision Zambia hands over a maternity annex at Nakamboma Rural Health Center in Namwala District. World Vision Zambia condemns parents who conceal child protection issues. Children in remote areas of Monze District benefit from World Vision Zambia Reading for Education and Development Z-Read Technical Program. Children in Pemba District celebrate Financial Literacy Week. Thank you so much for watching the Children's News and look forward for our next news edition. On behalf of the entire production team, my name is Mudasana. Thank you.